Hey BC, this is Luke with Hot Wax and Cool Vinyl. Welcome back. Unless this is the first time you're viewing my channel, then welcome. This is the first weekend in June, and I'm hoping that everyone has had a wonderful first weeks of June thus far. Out here on the east end of Long Island, the weather's been absolutely fantastic. So it's been a really good, pleasant first week. They are easing the restrictions, the stay-at-home orders, etc. for us. So we're going into phase 2, which means restaurants are also going to start to reopen a little bit, although at a reduced capacity, but still, can't wait to get back to normal. I'm sure you guys feel the same way. If you are one of the fortunate states that is already back to normal, thank goodness. Hopefully you're enjoying your summer thus far. So, I love the interplay between the vinyl community members, so please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this week's record finds. If I omitted something, or if you know something more about the records than I do, which is pretty much everybody out there knows something more about records than I do. But nevertheless, please leave me a comment. If you're new and enjoy my content, please feel free to subscribe. I will subscribe to your channel in kind. All right, so this week's record finds, I have 4, so nothing traumatic, or nothing extensive anyway, but 4 really solid records, at least I think so. So we're going to start with 2 jazz and then 2 rock pop albums. So we're going to start with the jazz first, and this is Full House. This is from Wes Montgomery. This is a Japanese pressing, albeit sadly without the obi. But nonetheless, it's a great album. This was recorded live, as you can see, in Berkeley. The album itself is called Full House. And the players on this album are, you think I would memorize them, but no such luck. Aside from Wes Montgomery, we have Johnny Griffith on tenor sax, Wynton Kelly's on piano, Paul Chambers is on bass, and Johnny Cobb is on drums. This is the Riverside pressing. The year eludes me. I think it was late 60s, early 70s. I do not know, to be quite frank with you, but it is on Riverside, as you can see. Record is really very, very solid, clean, and it plays wonderfully. Again, the only thing missing on this is the obi. We cannot have everything in life. I come to agree with that. But the album is really strong. It sounds great. If you don't have this record, it really is a nice little album to get. Moving on to the Cape Verde Blues. This is the Horace Silver Quintet plus J.J. Johnson. This is the 1965 Blue Note stereo pressing. Also very, very clean record. The album is very clean. It plays really, really wonderfully. And when I show you the cover, you will realize why I'm amazed that it actually played as wonderfully as it did. The front cover is not bad. You know, the Cape Verde Blues, the colors there, the good gloss. On this particular album, you have Woody Shaw on trumpet, J.J. Johnson on trombone, Joe Henderson tenor sax, Silver, of course, on piano, Bob Crenshaw on bass, and Roger Humphreys on drums. This is what I mean. This is when I saw this, I was like, ugh. I was decimated when I saw the cover. Because I was like, what is this poor record gonna look like? Look fantastic. So, wherever this cover was when it got this damaged, it was not with that record. That record was somewhere else, because that looks great. This, not so much. But the album is phenomenal. It's just a great record. Cape Verde Blues, the African Queen, Pretty Eyes, that's makes up side 1. Nutville, Bonita, and Mojo close out the album. It's just really a wonderful sounding album. It's just, it's got the Cuban vibe all through it, as obviously the name would imply. If you're my age, late 50s, mid to late 50s, Cuba was sealed off, but there was still enough older records and older TV and older stuff when Cuba was the Paradise Island for us in the States, and this encapsulates that whole feeling of that Cuba and what it meant, and that the whole just island feel, that great vibe. So this is a fantastic record, and if you get the chance to either YouTube it or just get a chance to buy it, I highly recommend this particular album. It's just a fantastic record. Now on the two pop rock albums. I've been droning on, and I hopefully haven't bored you too much about the half-speed remastered kick that I've been on recently. So I bought another two albums in the half-speed remastered. One is Paul Simon's Still Crazy After All These Years. This is a record I have a regular copy of, but I bought this again, just like I was mentioning in my last video. As long as they're inexpensive enough, and I'll buy it because it just sounds really strong. And this is no exception. This album I purchased, I think I paid $14 for the record, plus a couple of dollars in shipping. And what I'm doing is I have my copy up for sale on eBay to try to offset some of the cost, just kind of trade off a little bit. But the record is just, it sounds great. The cover's, the reason I was able to buy it as cheaply as I was, is the cover is got a little bit of water damage. Nothing tremendous. If I tilt it this way, you can see it a little better. But it does have a little bit of water damage. But the record was very clean and went undamaged. There was nothing at all wrong with it. And I'm holding the record in front of my face, so I apologize. And then also this week, again in the half-speed remastered series, the REO Speedwagon High Infidelity mega pop rock album that I think this thing went double platinum, and it's like kind of like Leftoverture that I showed, I guess it was last week or the week before. High Infidelity, if you were in a teen in the 70s, you own this album. And again, really kind of didn't matter what music you really listened to, whether you were rock, pop, funk or disco. This thing just was one of those albums that everybody had, along with Leftoverture. It just had that sound, and everybody liked it. It was catchy. It had a great hook to it, and you throw in the ode to the Little Rascals on the intro to, and in one of the intros, the song eludes me now. I'm sorry, but this thing is just an album that everybody had, and so again, able to get my hands on this thing. Again, pretty inexpensively. I think I paid $17 for this. Which also, look, I know that a lot of us have this like death aversion to eBay. I don't. I sell on eBay and I buy on eBay. But if you're one of those who really has an aversion to buying records on eBay, go to Discogs. You can get these half-speed remastered by and large under $20 almost all the time. On eBay, they're insane. There's guys who are asking like $90 for this, which is stupid. So I don't even bother with that. But Discogs is a great venue for these particular records. and you'll absolutely love the way they sound. Especially if you throw them on in your headphones. I tend to listen to these albums in the evening on my headphones because usually my wife who sits across from me is either watching or has something going on her laptop or her tablet, and so I don't want to disturb her, so I listen to the music in my headphones, and that's really where you can absolutely hear the difference in the half-speed remastered versus just a regular recording. And that's not a knock on regular recordings. It's just these were done substantially better, at least to my ear. And again, certainly not trained, not a musician, but I do love the way these sound. So that is it for this week. Those are the 4 albums. I did buy some more records yesterday and today, so I'll have some more to show next week. On the turntable now, I have the Newport All-Stars up here. Easy listening jazz. Very comfortable, very nice to listen to. So anyway, hopefully you had a great week, and hopefully this coming week will be better than the past week that just ended. So weather by as you is hopefully as good as it is by me, and you'll be able to get out there and enjoy the sunshine, the fresh air, whether you want to fish, you want to kayak, or you just sit in the yard and read a book. Whatever it is you enjoy, hopefully you can do it to the fullest this coming week. For now, that's it. I'll see you guys next week. Cheers!